This is Game of the Week.
Dallas down 6, Eagle ball, play action, going to throw to the right side, intercepted. It's Roy Williams.
The worst case scenario has just happened.
It wasn't that long ago that the New England Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles met in Super Bowl 39. It just seems like it was a long time ago. Both teams hit the midway point of this season at 4-4. Both teams have suffered key injuries and blowout losses. But for the Eagles, this season has been even tougher. They've had to deal with all sorts of issues off the field, and last week it culminated with Coach Andy Reid suspending Terrell Owens. Going into Monday night's showdown with Dallas, the Eagles were trying to get their minds back on football, and their fans were hoping to rekindle the fire of last season's championship run.
It had been a long and winding season for Eagles fans. And those fans came to the Monday night game not to praise Terrell Owens, but to bury him.
Monday night, the world watches the final chapter for Terrell Owens.
There was a mock funeral in the parking lot for the player who'd been mocking the organization since Super Bowl 39 ended in February. And inside the stadium, the team that used to make a mockery of the NFC East found itself in last place.
Goodbye, T.O. See you later. Goodbye, T.O. Don't need you no more.
Philadelphia had lost their last 2 games, which was no laughing matter.
Here we go.
We're taking that thing tonight. This our game, baby. This ours.
In Week 5, the Cowboys beat the Eagles 33-10, and that was with Terrell Owens in the lineup. Philadelphia entered the game at 4-4, and a loss would give them a losing record in November for the first time since 1999. But one factor in the Eagles' favor, they liked the bright lights of Monday night. Under Andy Reid, they were 8-3 on Monday Night Football.
I love all y'all, man. I just want to see everybody go out here and play your hearts out, man. From the bottom of my heart, I love every single one of y'all. Play your hearts out tonight on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3. Play your hearts out. Oh, man. That was hard, Phil.
On this night, one man had a heavy heart. Bill Parcells lost his younger brother to cancer and had buried him that afternoon in northern New Jersey. The Cowboys wanted a victory for their suffering coach and needed a victory to take over a share of first place in the division.
The Cowboys now have a 63-degree night with a chance to sweep the season series.
Take over first place tonight. We're gonna take it over.
It's on, baby. It's our house.
They said the boys
Let's keep it that way. It's our hood, baby.
It's Monday Night Football, baby, so you better come ready to play.
Respect is earned, doggone, it's not given. We got to go out and take this thing tonight. We haven't played the way we need to play and what we don't play. But what we gonna do tonight is we gonna run out. Like we said all week, we gonna run out, party, and whatever it takes to get this party started. 60 minutes, Dallas Cowboys football.
Hey, we do not leave here without winning. You hear what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, let's get it.
The Eagles wanted the T.O. saga behind them. They were hoping their home turf would be an oasis. a blissful 60 minutes away from the soap opera. But playing at home was no respite for their nightmare.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pandemonium. Monday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys, and enough storylines to fill a book.
On this night, their own stadium became a field of screams. In the previous week's game against Washington, the Eagles opened with a running play, the first time that had happened all year. In this game, they reverted to form.
Play action, McNabb back. He fires out of the flat. Complete to Josh Perry, who comes up to the 35-yard line. Pick up on the play of about 7. McNabb in
But the second play suggested that tonight would be different. Despite his many injuries, Donovan McNabb bolted from the pocket.
35, he dives down at the 40.
The most underutilized weapon on this football team is Donovan McNabb possibly running with the football.
Play action. McNabb back, has time. He fires. He's got Westbrook at the 35. Westbrook pushed out of bounds up near the 40.
McNabb is calling out a signal on 2nd and 10 at his 40. 2 receivers left. Back 5 steps, sets and throws it down the middle. Oh, great one-handed catch for a first down at the Dallas 45 by L.J. Smith. A brilliant catch by the NFC's leading receiver among tight ends.
The 2005 Eagles are a pass-happy team, throwing 70% of the time. To football purists, that is heresy. On the opening drive of the game, the Eagles suddenly converted.
A rare run, and I haven't been able to figure out why they run so little.
I will say this. If they do decide to run it a bunch, they will have the element of surprise on their side.
A productive ground game forced Dallas to respect the play action. Philadelphia's newfound balance had the Cowboys on their heels.
6 running plays, 4 passing plays. He goes again to Westbrook. Off right tackle at the 10, at the 5. He's dead. Touchdown, Brian Westbrook.
It was the Eagles' first opening drive touchdown since week 2.
Westbrook with a 15-yard run for the opening touchdown. They did it basically on the ground. Well, how about the running Philadelphia Eagles?
How about that? 46 yards. That's a lot more than they had the entire football game, the first matchup of these two teams.
Rolling all day. Rolling all day. Sweat the block. Sweat the block.
Yeah, baby. Your house right now.
Yeah, baby. Good job, baby. Hey, good job. Hey, keep it up all day. All day, see you. All day. That's nasty. Got it. Got it. Hey, good check on that 90 blow. Everybody say the game. Yeah. Just always, remember, Ellis always likes to come back where? Inside. Even if he's got contained, he likes to come back inside.
Let's go, baby. All day long, baby. We bringing the wood all day long.
You know, Drew Bledsoe made a comment after the first matchup against his football team. He said, if it wasn't for the 2 quarterback sneaks, I wouldn't have been touched all day. Now, I hope that that's been bulletin board material all week long for this football team.
The Cowboys' second possession of the game began at their own 28-yard line.
Right, Keyshawn Johnson, an acrobatic catch reaching behind him on a ball thrown behind him.
Keyshawn Johnson's horizontal catch gained 10 yards, but the Cowboys' next 2 runs netted nothing.
And the running game going nowhere. Now they're playing like the Eagles.
He ran right into Curse, and Curse wasn't going to lose that battle. Pick up of 3, putting the Cowboys on a 3rd down and a little more than 10.
In their earlier win against Philadelphia, Dallas recognized and neutralized the blitz. On 3rd and long, they did it again.
25, right to the 20. At the 10-yard line, a stiff arm. Near the pylon, he's out of bounds at the Philadelphia 3. Lovely by Price, a lovely throw by Bledsoe.
He's so good with the football when he's allowed the time to throw the football.
And that's the key.
And the key is you got to get to this guy.
The Eagles tried to apply pressure, but failed. Cornerback Sheldon Brown, number 24, was blitzing, while free safety Brian Dawkins covered the deep middle. Before the snap, strong safety Michael Lewis also joined the rush. Running back Marion Barber picked up Lewis, leaving Peerless Price one-on-one with Dawkins, who had no help in defending the entire right side of the field.
Dallas needs 7 points here. Would you agree?
I would agree.
The 58-yard completion had Dallas knocking on the door. But on 2nd down, running back Marion Barber forgot to wipe his feet.
Barber tripped over the 5-yard line. Barber had a touchdown there, and he just lost his footing, and that's a shame.
On 3rd and goal from the 1, Dallas stayed on the ground and stormed into the end zone.
Another run. Hits right. Barber turns it up to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Spears leading the way.
And one bad play cost the Eagles.
That was a power run the Cowboys needed and that Parcells willed from 15 years ago.
Damn! Just look back at the truck. That guy was wide over there, wasn't it?
It was. I was matching fullback. The tight end came down on me. Then down the place outside.
Did you get a green call?
I got gold call. I'm not here gold.
Gold call? We did green. Come on, come on. Pass it on. Let's play in a blitz.
It's going to be hard to hear. Look back at the trot. Look back at the trot. He's going to give you this and this.
You can't be out there if you can't do the right stuff. I don't care. Everybody else did green. You got to listen. Where's the call?
With Terrell Owens gone, the question asked is, who will fill number 81's shoes? Replacing him in the starting lineup is rookie Reggie Brown. But after catching a 56-yard touchdown in his first start, he was not a factor against Dallas.
McNabb still has not thrown to a wide receiver. He fires, and it is incomplete, thrown behind Reggie Brown.
Incomplete, dropped. Alligator arm for the rookie Reggie Brown as Terrence Newman was closing in. Brown had those arms up in the air, and he heard Newman's footsteps, and the arms grew short.
Brown had just one first-half catch for 9 yards. The Eagles' approach without Owens is to spread the ball around. Donovan McNabb had the time. He did not have the targets. Intended receivers included Chad Lewis, who was playing his first football since last January, and Reno Mahe, a third-string running back with one catch to his name this season.
Mahe was there, the ball was there, the catch wasn't made. Should have been a first down, just a drop pass.
Even experienced receivers like L.J. Smith had trouble reeling in McNabb's throws.
If you could sit down any earlier, I saw the corner turn his back. That's why I kept running. But the inside guy, that's why I just came down and checked it out.
When McNabb's receivers were able to hold on to the ball, the Dallas defense was there to limit the damage. With his big play threat sitting at home, only 2 of McNabb's 10 first-half completions went for more than 10 yards.
Boy, that was just a great job of team defense, staying disciplined. Man on the middle, man to each side of him.
Westbrook just surrounded by Cowboys, and the Eagles will have to punt.
Now, hey, I still want this running game stopped, okay? Come on, knock your ass back. Let's go. That's better, though. Much better, much better.
Even if the Cowboys couldn't stop the run, the Eagles helped out by stopping themselves.
Cowboys have not been penalized, while the Eagles have been hit with 6 penalties for 45 yards.
Andy Reid can't be happy with all these yellow flags coming out.
We're shooting ourselves in the foot with these penalties. Keep your ass on side. Let's go. Right, let's go.
Staying on side was only part of the problem.
The ball came loose. They do not lose the ball right here, but they are very, very fortunate.
While the Eagles' offense failed to make something on the first 2 drives of the second quarter, the defense stood strong.
It is smelled out by Curse, who dumps them deep. Curse saw it coming all the way, and he spills one back on the Cowboys side of the field. That was a 10-yard loss.
The Eagles' defense allowed just 9 yards rushing in the first half and kept Terry Glenn, who had 118 yards receiving and a pair of touchdowns against them in Week 5, without a catch.
And now the crowd joins the defense. It is 3rd and 3. Bledsoe under center with 3 wide receivers. He dumps it out on the far side of the field to Barber, who is stopped on a beautiful tackle by Sheldon Brown.
With both teams trading failed drives, the Eagles got the break they were craving with 3 minutes left in the half.
Bledsoe back blitz up the middle, and Bledsoe flips it forward, intercepted at the 25 by Shepard, and taken off his feet at the 19. And Bledsoe making a mistake that's caused by pressure up the middle, and there's the first big break of the game, and it went the Eagles' way, and those fans now are going to jump right back into this game.
The pressure comes. Bledsoe finally gets hit, and he just throws the football up like it's a hot potato. Lito Shepard comes up with it.
Keep that pressure on him. Keep that pressure on him. Don't worry about what they doing. Let's do what we do. Let's go. Now let's really hunt. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Hunt.
Nothing there. Running the sideline. You might be they're collapsing inside hard. Try to take a trip to the sideline.
I hear what my grandmother always said. But maybe when you run in the middle, just run to the sideline. You got speed. I'm like, it don't work like that, Granny. Why they always run you up the middle?
Even Lamar Gordon's granny would be happy with these runs up the middle. 19 yards away from taking the lead, the Eagles' play chart called for a return to the ground as the Eagles plowed their way inside the 10 on a pair of carries up the gut.
The give is to Gordon, and he has the first down and more as he plunges to the 6.
A third straight carry bounced outside.
The give goes. It's a play action. McNabb rolling. He's going to run in. Touchdown, Donovan McNabb.
McNabb's first rushing touchdown of the season and first moonwalk gave the Eagles a 14-7 lead. It was their first scoring drive of the year that did not include a pass attempt.
When you start to run the football and you're effective running the football, then you can play action, and you have to honor the play action. And that's exactly what the result is. You get a little play action fake, and everybody's biting on the play action, and then Donovan's clear around the outside to run into the end zone.
Boy, was Gatwin on an island. He is trying to cover the man he's assigned to, knowing that the minute he falls off him, McNabb's just going to drop it in over his head. He stays on his man, and McNabb just walks in.
and don't worry about it. I take it you're a Michael Jackson fan.
Hey, man, you know you're not guilty.
The Eagles' defense was guilty of harassing the Cowboys' offense. Linebacker Jeremiah Trotter showed why he's a three-time Pro Bowler.
What's impressive with that tackle by Jeremiah Trotter, he's been blocked by the center, Al Johnson, and while he's being blocked, he makes the tackle.
The Eagles' defense finished off a stifling quarter of football, where they limited the Cowboys to just 27 yards over 4 drives.
Here's the thing. We're going to get their best shot. What we need to do is just try to weather the storm for the first half. And then I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Now, is this weathering down 7? Is this weathering the storm?
Get it out, move. Oh, is that what you want? Hey, see you guys in about 3 minutes.
In the National Football League, expectations can be a heavy burden to bear. Dallas had solved the Eagles' defense easily in their first meeting. They expected to do that again. They couldn't. In the first half, the Cowboys were stifled. 102 total yards, just 9 on the ground. As the second half began, it quickly became apparent that nothing had changed.
Rough sledding against the Eagles. Really, it looks like the Eagle defense of the beginning of the year.
The Eagles are playing the run extremely well. Extremely well.
Play action. Back goes Bledsoe. He's tripped. He's sacked. It is Trent Cole again. And the Eagles defense is winning the battle tonight.
Trent Cole got him all the way back at the 35-yard line. He can fly. He can flat out run.
Hey, Terry, I think he's going to need stitches in his lip.
Why? You got it busted?
He said, oh, I'm bleeding. I looked at him.
Oh,
he had a pretty deep gash.
Oh.
I said, you're all right.
Is it a big gash?
It's not little.
No.
Hey, if this tells you anything, he splattered on me.
Ew. Wow. Oh, yeah, it looked like you got a second mouth.
The Eagles' defense was bloodied but otherwise unscathed. Dallas's yards came in small bursts. But they were unable to sustain anything, especially on third down.
Now the Cowboys with an important 3rd down and 3. They're just outside the Eagles' 45.
Cowboys 3 of 8 on 3rd down. This has been where they have had problems.
Bledsoe rolls right, looks, fires, and it is intercepted. That was incomplete. Lito Shepherd closed on it beautifully.
He had this one sniffed out. Cowboys have run this play a number of times where Bledsoe just rolls out and hits Keyshawn on a little out pattern.
Lito Shepherd has really stepped up his game.
You can do it low, too, so. Damn, I had to do it. That was my second one, Hood. I told you I had to get 3. That was number 2.
Don't go 3 yards and pull out. You'll never get there. If you're going to bull rush it, run the quarterback over with it.
The expectation of the Eagles' offense is that they pass first, run second. In the first half, they had 4 more runs than passes. In the second half, they continued their balanced attack, passing when they had to.
And the Eagle fans have to be asking, why haven't we tried to run all year? We can run like this against a good defense.
But running when they wanted to.
And Westbrook bounces outside, 50, 45, a nifty downfield block from Lewis to take Aaron Glenn out of the play.
The inside was closed up. It was all shut up. And then Westbrook dipped to his left and took it down the left sideline for 17 yards.
I know we're in Pennsylvania, Brad. It feels like we should be on the western part of the state watching Bill Cowher. Andy Reid must have caught Cowher's act yesterday, so you know that running football isn't all that bad.
The Eagles' diversified approach moved the ball, but brought them no further than the Cowboys' 30-yard line. There, David Akers attempted to continue his success against Dallas.
David Akers has never missed a kick against the Cowboys. He's 17 of 17.
That's unbelievable.
Against Dallas.
This is 48 yards on the right hash. Detmer's the holder. Decent snap, good hold. Akers' 48-yard kick is good. He still hasn't missed. 8:06 remaining in the third quarter, and the Eagles stretch the lead to 17-7.
Hey, now what happened? How many yards did we get on this one? Huh? Well, this was a pretty nice one, too, huh?
That was the one when he broke it. It was like 18 yards.
Good job on the cover-up there.
Throughout the second half, the Eagles moved the ball with relative ease, exposing holes in the Dallas defense.
McNabb to Lewis, who's uncovered. He comes to the 45. He's to the 50. And Chad Lewis, with his first reception of this season, picks up 11 yards and a first down. He was totally uncovered.
Yeah, this is the most discombobulated the Cowboy defense has looked in a while.
The give is to Westbrook. Looks for running room. Westbrook running the football so well.
Now they're starting to gash. Cowboys haven't been gashed like this in the run game since Oakland.
And if you were to say who would be the last team to gash him, you would probably say Philadelphia.
Although they couldn't fully exploit Dallas's unraveling defense, the Eagles were still making big plays, even on special teams.
Hodges gets it away. It is a high wobbler. Price lets it bounce, and it will be down inside the 5. Inside the 5, diving was Roderick Hood. Just before he ended up in the end zone, he deflected the ball back toward the 6-yard line.
And the Cowboys will be back up to their 4, trailing 17-7.
Thanks, cleat guy. He's here to clean the cleats. That's his job for the entire night. That's how we do them in the NFL. Thanks, guys. Doesn't he have to lift his feet? Cleat guy, go down there and get him. Although if you talk about him, he throws dirt in your face like he just did me. And I'll play the run myself, all right? Let's go. Go get him. Go get that quarterback, baby. Go get him. Go get him, freak.
The Eagles' defense was ready to dig in, with the Cowboys starting in the shadow of their own end zone.
This is where this kind of a game on a Monday night can really get away from you. They need something to get them, A, out of the end zone here, and B, something to quiet this crowd down.
Bledsoe back a lot of time. Oh, little Keyshawn Johnson threading the needle between 2 defenders for a 17-yard gain.
Bledsoe did a very good job. You can stop Bledsoe. You can do some things with Bledsoe, but he is a veteran, and he can still make plays.
So, too, can the Eagles' defense.
Bledsoe, play action. He's back. He steps up. He has time. He fires, and it's incomplete, intended for Witten. Broken up by Dawkins. Dawkins denies Witten the football as he reaches out and deflects the ball away.
And they're just playing well tonight. The Eagles are just playing very well tonight.
Kill him, truck! You get a lot of pressure, but no sack, baby. Yeah!
Starting from their own 30, the Eagles began what they hoped would be a final scoring drive to put a nail in T.O.'s coffin.
McNabb on a short drop. He fires. He's got Greg Lewis on a quick slant for a first down. Pulled down up at the 48. McNabb is back. He's looking. He has time. Now he starts to dash. And he pumps. And he rolls. And he runs. And he has a first down. Close to the 40-yard line. Donovan McNabb uses his legs that time to scamper for 8 yards. And the Eagles hold on to the football. First and 10. McNabb back again. He is looping it for Greg Lewis, and it is incomplete. And Lewis takes a late hit. This is going to be 15 yards against the Cowboys.
As you get up and walk from your radio over toward the refrigerator, don't trip over the wheels that are coming off.
And rolling right through your kitchen.
The problem was that Davis had his head down when he ran into Lewis, who wasn't looking at him.
As I look at it again, I can't blame him for making the call.
Philadelphia was closing in on the end zone. They moved the ball 60 yards on 8 plays and 2 Dallas penalties. Even the Cowboys broadcasters had given up.
Well, the Eagles are back in the race.
You calling this game over?
It's over.
Gosh. A lot of things can happen. Crazy things happen in the NFL.
I hope I'm wrong.
Champ.
I hope I'm wrong. I see no spark of life from the white shirts.
That's called 50-50 right there, baby. That's a balanced offense.
About to be 3 touchdowns, too.
Rush for more.
On 3rd and goal, the Eagles expected to score, but Dallas anticipated the shovel pass.
And there is still a spark of fight and life left in the Dallas defense. And so that's something. 9:44, the Eagles bring the field goal team on.
Kick is good, and it becomes 20-7. The Eagles have a 13-point lead.
Unlucky number 13. 2 touchdowns could still beat the Eagles. 3 minutes later, they had a chance to take luck out of the equation.
Is it going too far to say if the Cowboys hope to win the game, they have to make this play?
I don't think so. If they don't, now 2 more minutes are going to run off the clock.
Let's go, baby. That back fires complete. Greg Lewis, first down, up to the 30. And that's huge.
The clock is just ticking. 5 minutes now. Turn out the lights.
The Eagles ran the clock down inside 4 minutes before they had to punt. Dallas was getting the ball back, but the Eagles seemed unconcerned.
That was it. That was it. The game over after that one. That was the last breath. Now they at the pearly gates. Knock it. Knock it. Knock it. Damn. Anybody else? Anybody? Answer machine? Butler? No.
For more than 56 minutes, the Cowboys had been outplayed, outscored, and outclassed.
All right, now strap it on, because here comes Philly.
Yeah, no kidding.
The final 4 minutes figured to be little more than a formality.
Blitz is on Bledsoe. And he throws it down the middle of the field, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. Keyshawn Johnson, and he's still running.
I'll tell you one thing I do admire about Keyshawn Johnson. He's not afraid to go over and catch this ball. Hey, a lot of guys, 3 minutes left in the game, know you're going to take the big hit. That ball's laid out. He catches it. Not only does he catch it and bring it in, he keeps going after the hit.
To keep going, even when everything is going wrong. Especially when everything is going wrong, is the mark of a pro. The Cowboys kept going. Just 3 plays, the Cowboys gained more yards than in any of their previous second-half drives. Suddenly, Dallas looked dangerous.
Nice job of downfield blocking
by 2 guys, Johnson and Peerless Price.
Smart football, getting as many yards as they can get and then getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Cowboys 1st and 10 at the Eagle 20. 3:09 in the game. Dallas down 13. Blitz right up the middle. Picked up. Bledsoe. Fade. Right side. Glenn's alone. Touchdown. And the Cowboys are not ready to die quite yet.
And Lito Shepherd once again bites on a fake. He gives him a little stutter step and a jab to the inside and then down the field, and it's easy.
Shepherd had a tough task. The Eagles blitzed both linebacker Jeremiah Trotter and nickelback Quentin Michael, both of whom were blocked. And when safety Brian Dawkins also blitzed, Shepherd was left alone to cover Terry Glenn.
If you allow Bledsoe to stand back there, he's going to find guys that are open.
Dallas goes 72 yards in 4 plays in 40 seconds.
Hey, it's all right, Trent. It's okay. Put it behind you. You know how you make him forget about that? Go make a play. Yep. Get that damn Go make a play when you get back in there, Trent. Hey, man, hey, listen, put it behind you, cuz. Don't worry about it. That's the pass, cuz. I'm telling you now. That's the pass. Leave it alone, Trent.
The Eagles had little to worry about. They were under 3 minutes to play. They had the lead and one of the game's premier quarterbacks. A few first downs would finish the Cowboys.
And boy, do the Cowboys have to dig in defensively now. Dallas down 6. Eagle ball. Play action. Going to throw to the right side. Intercepted at the 45-yard line. Down the sideline. To the 15. To the 10. It's a touchdown. It's Roy Williams. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from leading the game with 2:43 to play.
The worst-case scenario has just happened as McNabb was picked off by Roy Williams.
Roy Williams baited McNabb into the mistake, but he had help. As McNabb looked for his receiver Reggie Brown, he saw cornerback Terrence Newman in press coverage, forcing both McNabb and Brown to make a decision: run a hitch or a go pattern. Brown correctly ran a go route, noticing that Roy Williams was lurking in the flat. McNabb threw a hitch, apparently unaware that Williams was the only player anywhere near the ball. The Eagles had played their best 56 minutes of the season, but they couldn't overcome their 4 worst. And perhaps the poorest pass of Donovan McNabb's career.
Tonight at 21-20 with 2:43 to play.
Unbelievable.
What a turn of events.
And there's worse. McNabb is shaken up and is limping off. Looks like he will not be able to come back and engineer a last-minute drive. And this crowd is silent. This is unbelievable, the way they have led. A 20-7 lead slipped through their fingers in the matter of about a minute. Eagles are down by 1. 2:43 remaining. Can they recapture this? Or will this be a November nightmare? And let's see who leads the Eagles back onto the field. It is Donovan McNabb. A little bit of a limp, but it is Donovan McNabb.
He's a warrior. He wants to try to finish this thing.
I can't believe, Mike, that he's being booed right here. Well, he can change the boos to cheers.
McNabb may have been game, but with a bum leg, he didn't have a chance.
McNabb under center. Not much rush. He throws it to the left sideline. Too high for Lewis. Incomplete. Here's the problem McNabb's got now. He can't get his legs up under him to set and put anything in his hips to throw. That's why these 2 passes have sailed.
That one was not even close. And now it is 3rd and 15. With not only this game hanging on the balance, but maybe this season. In the shotgun. He's back again. He looks, he's hit. Football is loose. Runyon picks it up, and he will be stopped right there. And the boos ring down. McNabb in obvious pain. Not from the sports hernia this time, but from what appears to be an injured right ankle.
Eagles would love to go for it here on 4th down, but you've got 4th and 19.
Philadelphia was falling apart. Their only hope was to force a 3-and-out.
It is a running play, and there is nothing there. Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, the Eagles shut down Barber and will take their last time out with 1:39 remaining. If they can stop Dallas right here and get the football back, all they need is a field goal.
One play can change everything. The Cowboys had proved it. The Eagles were determined to repay them in kind. They very nearly did.
Hey, boy, was that close. But at any rate, the clock is ticking.
The Eagles didn't get the turnover, but they did put their best players wherever they were needed.
You better believe it's Brian Westbrook is back to return.
We're under a minute, and McBriar gets one of his better kicks. Deep, fielded by Westbrook at the 13, right at the 25. And he's all the way up to the 35-yard line. A wonderful return, 22 yards. And the Eagles need only a field goal.
Actually, they needed a quarterback as well. McNabb was too injured to continue. And while Coy Detmer was listed as the backup, the Eagles went to their third-string quarterback, Mike McMahon.
That's interesting. He has the stronger arm, but Coy Detmer this year, Brad, he's 12 of 13. This is interesting.
Well, they only need about 30 yards. No timeouts, 46 seconds.
Can the Eagles pull this out?
In the NFL, courage counts, especially when the season is at stake. The Eagles had no margin for error, no room for nerves.
McMahon takes the deep snap of the shotgun. He loads up. He fires, and he completes it. Clock ticking. 35, 34.
31 seconds, and McMahon will clock it to kill the clock with 29 seconds.
The third stringer showed poise. The drive showed promise.
He fires. He completes it to Billy McMullen. That took 3 seconds. 26 left.
The Eagles were inching closer to field goal range.
Akers has hit one tonight from 48. That 48-yarder was probably going to be good 54, 55. He had plenty of leg on it.
The Eagles didn't want to test that theory.
Snap to McMahon. No pressure. Deep. Down the middle. This ball is caught at the 20. Terribly played by Jacques Reeves. Oh, now that's out. Incomplete. He bobbled the ball with 17 seconds. Oh, my goodness.
Ironically, the receiver who replaced Terrell Owens, Reggie Brown, had the game in his hands.
"17 seconds left.
They've got to get it inside the 40. Anything inside the 40 gives Akers a shot.
McMahon back rush. Steps up, rolling left. 14 seconds. He's running to the 45 and bumped out at around the 43 with 9 seconds. They got time for one play and a kick. McMahon back to throw. He throws deep down the left side. Jacques Reeves broke the ball up with 4 seconds left. And the Eagles will now have to try about a 60-yard field goal.
Here we go.
This is a ridiculous way to live. This football game stuck all night long until the last 5 minutes.
The Cowboys couldn't be blamed for savoring the moment. They were about to steal the win. And stolen fruit tastes sweetest.
This is it. If he makes this, we will jump out of the boat. Ball is spotted. The kick is away, and it is not going to be close. It bounces at the goal line, and the game is over.
And the Dallas Cowboys have, like thieves in the night, reached into the back pockets of the Philadelphia Eagles and stolen one that they barely earned, and only barely. The Eagles have to feel like they let one get away.
A crushing defeat for the Eagles.
The Eagles lost more than the game. They seem to have lost their way. No longer the NFC's team to beat. They are instead a beaten team.
For Eagle fans, this was going to be a story about how different the Eagles looked without T.O., how they ran the ball, how they balanced their offense and ground out a win. It all worked, every bit of it, until the very end. The defending NFC champions lost their 3rd straight game, and now they're in last place in the NFL's most competitive division. As this frustrating evening ended in front of a booing crowd, the Eagles looked like a battered and bewildered team. "I like a look of agony," wrote the poet Emily Dickinson, "because I know it's true." For those with a taste for a true look, come to Philadelphia.
A crushing defeat for the Eagles.
Oh, man. Roy saves the day.